High school was awful. I felt ostracized and alone, and I was often called a lesbian and a dyke. The hardest part was that I myself hadn't come to terms with my sexuality, and so when the rumors began to swirl, I was confused and I felt completely alone, and I didn't know who to turn to. When I heard that the rumors were coming from somebody that at one point I had loved and trusted, it hurt that much more, and that person was Levi.
Shortly going through our breakup, we threw many stones at one another and tried to hurt one another quite horribly. We both said some things that were horrible, but looking back on what I said in high school, I now realize the ugliness of my words that I inflicted upon Meg.
When I was a senior, I one night attempted to take my own life. I took a bottle of antidepressants, and I thought that dying would be a much simpler and easy solution for everyone involved than people finding out the truth, and the truth was that I was gay. I am so glad that I failed, because suicide was not and is not the answer. And when I was able to come to terms with my sexuality after high school, I've never been happier or healthier.
Hearing years later that Meg attempted to take her own life made me have so much more remorse than I already had for the awful things that I said to her. Regardless of the things that we had gone through, I felt a true sense of pain that I hadn't even understood prior to hearing her attempt, and a strong sense of regret beyond what words can even express.
Levi and I hadn't spoken in about 10 years, and through the power of Facebook we reconnected, but just as Facebook friends. And then the It Gets Better project came out, and Levi was actually the one to post the link on my wall, and I remember sitting there staring at it and thinking, wow, this is ironic, because Levi's the person that caused me the most pain, and I felt outed me to my peers. But we were able to meet up and discuss it, and I feel so much closure and strength in this process, and I want to tell you guys that it does get better.
Regardless of what is said to you in high school by those around you, there are those that do truly care and love you, whether you realize it or not. You're not alone in the individuals that are being bullied, whether it's due to sexual preference, gender, race, or anything. Everyone, unfortunately, goes through bullying at some point, one time or another, and suicide is not the answer.
You may feel alone right now, but there are people out there that love you and care about you. So please reach out to your peers, your parents, your counselors, and if you don't know who to reach out to, you can call the H.E.R.O Project. Please know that it does get better, and that as you grow up, you will find a happiness and a sense of self that you never knew was there.